Table valued functions are very interesting, and there's a lot of different ways to accomplish a lot of things in Transact SQL. And a table valued function is a very interesting way to go about doing some things. And the best way to understand it is just to see it. So let's do a simple example of a table valued function. And by the way, this code is out there in your working files folder under table valued function example. Again, anytime you see me doing code like this here, go check the working files folder for that chapter, and you will see the example code. Usually it's embellished a little bit, and I'll throw little extras in. But let's take a look at this one. Let's create a table valued function. We're going to create function, and we're going to call this, I'll use the DBL, that's my default schema here, and we're going to call this phone numbers. We'll open and close the parentheses, notice that. And so we're going to say returns table. Then we put the keyword as. So one of the differences, a table valued function says returns table. So let's jump down here, and here's what we're going to return. We're going to return select, and I'm going to do a join statement here to get phone numbers along with people's first names. So I'll call the first name, and we'll concatenate, get a little fancy here. Then I'm going to pull this from the person phone number table, and so I'll alias that in a moment, and I'll pull the phone number column from there. And so notice now I'm going to come from the person table, which is in the person schema, label that or alias that as P, and then I'm going to join the person.person phone table as PP, and we're going to join them on the P business entity ID column where it's equal to the pp.business entity ID column. Now I did that kind of quickly. I hope it made sense, but notice this is our function. So when we call the phone numbers function, it is simply going to go out and run this select statement right here. And notice I'll execute it right here. And this is what it's going to return. Notice 19,972 rows. Now you're saying, well, wait a minute, I could have done a view or I could have just done a query. And the answer is yes, you could. I would agree with you totally. But a lot of times the function can make it a lot easier. We can put various functionalities in. There's a lot of different ways to go about doing this. But for now, we just want to get the concept of what a table valued function is. So I'm going to highlight all of this right here and execute it. And notice it comes back. It says it completed successfully. Control R will make that results pane go away. And now let's use our table valued function. So I'm going to say select asterisk from, and we'll call our function just like this, and we will execute it. And notice we're getting invalid. Did I get it right? Phone. Oh, I didn't put an S on it. There you go. Some of you were yelling at the monitor even as I was doing that. That's actually a good example to leave in there. So notice, there you go. You get it. Now also notice that if I take the parentheses off and try to execute, it won't come back either. It's a function, and I'll have to open and close those to see them. But this actually, what's happening here, I'm saying select asterisk from, and then this is going out running and executing this select statement, and the result set that's coming back, this is almost like a virtual table, if you will, almost like a derived table, and it's selecting from that function. Notice I can get name because name is out there as a column. Kind of interesting how you can make some of this stuff happen and turn out. So anyway, I can also by the same token get phone number if I would like, doing the same thing, right? So I could just put phone number, that column, and pull those from that function as well. So anyway, lots of cool stuff going on here. That is a table valued function. So you can go out and play with one of those. But if you can get your head around what's going on here, this will help you understand how it's working, what it's doing, and how you can use it to get at whatever functionality that you need.